Look at this harvest. Getting dozens of large, perfect potatoes like this at home is possible, but most home growers end up digging through the dirt only to find a handful of tiny, marble-sized duds. The main reason for this failure usually sits right on your kitchen counter. Supermarket potatoes are heavily treated with anti-sprouting chemicals. These hormones are specifically designed to stunt reproduction, so the potatoes stay smooth on the shelf. If you plant them, they will either rot or produce almost nothing. To get a real crop in exactly 120 days, you have to bypass the grocery store entirely. By combining certified seed potatoes with specific organic methods, you can replicate a commercial-scale yield in a residential space. Before starting, you need 3 non-negotiable items: actual certified seed potatoes from an agricultural supplier, a container that holds at least 50 liters, and a growing spot that gets a minimum of 4 to 6 hours of direct sunlight every day. If you try to grow grocery store potatoes, no amount of perfect soil or fertilizer will save the crop. Controlling the biological origin of your seed is the foundation of this entire system. To wake these certified seeds up, wrap them in a damp cloth. After about 7 to 10 days in a dark, slightly humid spot, you will see thick, green-purple sprouts pushing out of the eyes. Once these sprouts hit an inch long, the seed is active. If you have smaller seed potatoes, plant them whole. But if they are large and have multiple healthy sprouts on opposite ends, take a clean knife and cut the potatoes straight down the middle. This turns one seed into 2, maximizing your yield per potato. You cannot plant that newly cut piece right away. Raw, exposed potato flesh placed directly into damp soil will invite fungal rot, destroying the seed before it even starts. To protect the seed, you need to cure it. Dip the freshly cut face directly into finely sifted wood ash. The ash binds to the moisture and creates an impenetrable, natural fungicidal barrier around the vulnerable flesh. By forcing the sprouts early and sealing the cuts, you ensure that the seed's initial burst of energy goes entirely into root production, rather than wasting its reserves fighting off soil-borne rot. Next, take your 50-liter container. A standard woven feed sack works perfectly. Roll the edges down like an accordion so it is easy to reach inside, and puncture several holes in the base. Proper drainage is critical. Your base soil should be slightly pre-moistened a few days beforehand. Mix in organic compost, agricultural sulfur to balance out salinity, and a handful of superphosphate. This combination feeds the roots while keeping early fungal issues at bay. Notice the dashed line at the 33% mark, filled to this height with soil, placing sprouted seeds on top. As the stem grows, unroll the sack and backfill soil around it. Tubers form along the buried stem, spawning new potato layers. For the initial planting, cover your seeds with 5 to 7 centimeters of soil. Once they are covered, withhold all water until the first green stems actually break through the surface. Leaving that soil slightly dry above a deep base forces the plant into survival mode. It will rapidly send out an aggressive, deep root system to seek its own moisture, building a massive underground foundation.
Potatoes possess a severe biological vulnerability to fungal rot. If you wait until you see an infection to treat it, the crop is already compromised. Proactive defense is mandatory. As you can see in this formula, you can mix a powerful organic fungicide right at home. Start by steeping 1 tablespoon of turmeric and 3 cloves of crushed garlic in a tablespoon of vinegar and a liter of water. Let this steep for 48 hours. After it steeps, strain out the solids and stir in a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Load this into a spray bottle and coat the leaves thoroughly. You must apply this every 10 to 15 days. Staying strictly on this scheduled chemical defense cycle means your plant never gets sick. That ensures every ounce of its energy is spent producing heavy tubers, rather than constantly trying to heal damaged foliage. Look at this 3-month feeding schedule. In month 1, the goal is foliar growth, so the plant needs a spike in nitrogen. You can provide this by mixing a dose of compost tea with a 1/4 teaspoon of dry baking yeast in 10 liters of water. The yeast acts as a natural source of cytokinin. This specific plant hormone accelerates early cellular division, forcing the potato to push out thick, healthy leaves rapidly. Moving into month 2, the biological priority shifts. The nitrogen bar drops, and phosphorus takes over to drive root energy and expansion below the soil. To supply this, apply liquid fish fertilizer. If you don't have that, soak half a cup of raw rice and half a cup of lentils in water for a day. Strain the liquid and use it as a highly effective, accessible phosphorus drench. Finally, in month 3, the timeline highlights a spike in potassium and calcium. This is the critical bulking phase where the tubers rapidly swell in size beneath the surface. You can extract these late-stage minerals easily. Dissolve crushed eggshells in apple cider vinegar to create a liquid calcium spray, and dry out old banana peels, crushing them directly into the topsoil to deliver a heavy dose of potassium. By synchronizing these exact macronutrients with the plant's shifting biological phases, you eliminate wasted fertilizer and directly engineer maximum tuber weight. Around the 120-day mark, the plant will visually signal that the cycle is complete. The main green foliage will suddenly start to yellow, droop, and die off. When this happens, make the final cut. Take a pair of shears and sever the dead top foliage completely at the soil line, but leave the tubers entirely undisturbed in the dirt. Leaving them buried for a 3 to 4 day waiting period serves a vital biological purpose. It allows the tubers to absorb residual soil nutrients and hardens their skins so they can survive storage without rotting. After that waiting period, lay down a clean tarp and tip your container over. The dark soil mass splits apart, revealing dozens of massive golden potatoes ready for the kitchen. By bypassing the chemical treatments of the supermarket cycle and following this 120-day nutritional and structural map, you eliminate the variables that usually lead to a failed home crop. You've moved beyond guesswork to a repeatable system for harvesting nutrient-dense, organic food from your own patio.